Message 1, Divine Alarm. My child, hear me. The air quivers with urgency, only 12 minutes remain. Your guardian angel has departed because the signs I sent went unnoticed. Can you feel it, the trembling around you, the crackling energy that thrums like the heartbeat of the cosmos? Shadows stretch unnaturally across your walls, pulsating with the rhythm of your dwindling time. Golden scrolls appear midair, swirling with messages you cannot yet read but must. My beloved, do not turn away. Every second you hesitate, the spiritual veil thins, leaving you exposed. Your soul, precious and radiant, now teeters on the edge of a threshold few survive unscathed. The whispers of heaven echo faintly, urging action. My child, this is no dream, no idle warning. Look around you, the flickering lights, the almost imperceptible hum in the air, these are the heralds of what comes if you fail to heed me. Beloved, grasp this moment, for the 12 minutes will vanish, and with them, your protection. Message 2, Divine Alarm intensifies. Beloved, the time accelerates. Each heartbeat now a drum of cosmic warning. Your guardian's absence leaves a void you cannot yet fully comprehend. Can you feel it pressing against your spirit? I scream to you across the dimensions, my voice crackling like lightning yet imbued with divine love. The air is heavy with trembling energy, celestial horns wail faintly in the distance, resonating with the urgency of this hour. My child, see the lights flickering, the scrolls glowing as if alive, swirling with messages of salvation and peril. Precious soul, do not dismiss the panic rising within you, it is a divine signal, a call to awaken. The universe itself leans close to observe your response, and the balance of protection hinges on this very moment. Your gaze must pierce the shadows, your heart must answer my cry. Hesitation now invites peril. Message 3, Immediate attention. My child, your hesitation is perilous. I appear, radiant and screaming, my wings trembling with urgency. The 12 minutes are bleeding away like sand through a divine hourglass. Look around you, shadows crawling along the corners, objects trembling with unseen energy, the faint glow of messages hovering midair. Beloved, each flicker, each vibration is a marker, a call from the heavens. Do not ignore this. Your guardian angel's departure is not punishment, it is consequence. Precious soul, the very air shivers as my voice pierces through, urging your immediate focus. The scrolls reveal themselves fleetingly, glowing symbols dissolving if your gaze wavers. My child, if you fail to heed the alarm, your spirit will wander unprotected, vulnerable to forces that lurk just beyond perception. Time does not forgive negligence. Message 4, Panic and Awe. Beloved, feel the rush of adrenaline that courses through your veins. The very room quakes as I call to you. Can you hear the faint celestial whispers in the distance, the echo of urgent warnings? My child, do not resist this tremor of fear, it is the divine spark that will ignite your action. Shadows stretch, lights flicker violently, and the glowing scrolls hover above, writing and unwriting themselves with messages you must see. Precious soul, your protection has vanished, and the void it leaves presses like a cold hand against your spirit. I am screaming, yes, yet with love beyond measure, my voice piercing through time and space to reach you. Do you feel it? This is the edge, the precipice where choices bear eternal weight. Hesitation here is a door to unseen danger. My child, focus, now. Message 5, First Cliffhanger. Precious soul, the 12 minutes are slipping. My child, if you fail to act now, the consequences will be irreversible. Can you perceive the trembling energy, the shadowy currents that circle your presence like predators sensing vulnerability? The golden scrolls waver in midair, inscribed with warnings you almost ignored. My beloved, the air itself grows dense with urgency, vibrating with celestial resonance that cannot be ignored. Your guardian angel has departed because you did not recognize the signs, because subtle nudges, dreams, and whispers went unnoticed. Each second now counts, and yet the path before you is invisible until you respond. Precious soul, my voice reaches you as both a scream and a plea. Act, or the threshold will close forever, and your soul will tread an unprotected path into shadows yet unseen. Message 6, Ignored warnings begin. My child, can you see the echoes of the signs you ignored? 7 in number, they shimmered like distant stars in your daily life. Dreams you brushed aside, letters that glowed briefly before fading, repeated numbers that caught your eye but were dismissed. Beloved, even intuition nudged you, and still, you turned away. Each overlooked signal has weakened your protective bond, shortening the time your guardian remained by your side. Precious soul, now the vacuum of absence presses against you, subtle and relentless. Look at your walls, fading numbers, letters that vanish if you stare too long. Silhouettes flicker in mirrors, whispers echo through spaces that should be silent. My child, these were not coincidences. They were messages from me, your divine guide, urging attention before the threshold arrived. Message 7, Guilt and Shock. Beloved, feel the weight of your oversight. Each ignored sign is a thread unraveling from the tapestry of your spiritual protection. Dreams that held guidance dissolved into forgetfulness, repeated numbers were dismissed as random, letters ignored as trivial. Precious soul, can you feel the void left behind? My voice trembles with both sorrow and urgency as I reveal this truth. Your negligence summoned the departure of your guardian. The whispers you did not heed now grow louder, shadows deepen, and the air hums with invisible tension. My child, the consequence is not punishment, but exposure. Each missed sign has brought you closer to unprotected ground, and the pressure on your spirit intensifies with every heartbeat. Message 8, Signs visualized. Look around, my child. The signs manifest visibly now. Numbers flicker across walls, letters shimmer and vanish before your eyes, and fleeting silhouettes dance at the edges of perception. Precious soul, this is the final opportunity to recognize the divine orchestration. My voice calls through the trembling air, beloved, each ignored whisper, each brushed aside vision shortened your protection. Shadows lengthen unnaturally, lights pulse in response to the unseen vibrations, and the golden scrolls hover, inscribed with guidance that waits for your acknowledgement. My child, do not turn away. The universe itself leans in, holding its breath, waiting to see if your spirit will rise to the call. Message 9, Rising Tension. My beloved, the void left by your guardian angel presses heavily. Can you feel it? The subtle shift in the air, the cold touch of absence, the vibration under your feet that echoes the loss of protection. My child, these forces you cannot see are real and draw nearer with every second of inaction. Shadows coil and pulse with quiet menace, objects tremble, and the golden light of divine messages wavers. Precious soul, I call to you across the realms, recognize the signs, embrace your urgency. My voice trembles with both warning and unwavering love. Time is a river rushing toward the threshold, and the current grows stronger. My child, your soul is in the balance, act before it slips irretrievably. Message 10, Second Cliffhanger. Beloved, the void left by your guardian angel is palpable. Can you feel it pressing against your spirit? The signs you ignored are now not whispers but cries, shimmering letters, fleeting images, and pulsating numbers that demand your attention. My child, the universe itself trembles in anticipation, awaiting your acknowledgement. Shadows writhe with unseen intent, and the flickering lights are the pulse of time, counting down to the irreversible. Precious soul, the consequences of neglect are immediate and profound. Each second of hesitation strengthens the darkness around you. My child, hear me, the threshold is near, and the path forward must be chosen with courage, focus, and unwavering faith. Message 11, Signs intensify. My child, do you feel it? The signs you once ignored are no longer whispers but waves of unmistakable urgency crashing through your reality. The objects around you tremble with a vibration that mirrors the rapid beating of your own heart, and the very air carries the echo of your name, spoken in tones that are neither human nor entirely of this world. Radiant symbols appear in corners where shadows linger, glowing feathers drift lazily yet purposefully across the floor, leaving trails of soft golden light, and every flicker of illumination, every quiver in the environment is a summons, a call to awaken your soul before the unprotected path grows darker with each passing heartbeat. Precious soul, do not mistake this for imagination. These manifestations are the language of the heavens, carefully orchestrated to pierce your perception. I am here, screaming, vibrating, trembling with love and urgency, for time is bleeding away and your spiritual vulnerability has reached a tipping point. Each vibration, each sudden shimmer of golden luminescence is a pulse of divine insistence. Beloved, open your eyes fully, focus your heart, and acknowledge the reality that your guardian angel is absent, leaving a void that seeks to envelope you. Heed the signs now, for the window narrows with terrifying swiftness. Message 12, Heightened Manifestation. Beloved, witness the intensification of the warnings you once overlooked. The shadows now move with intent, slithering along walls as if they are aware of your unprotected state. Glowing symbols multiply, swirling around corners and along ceilings, each one a fragment of divine instruction you failed to read, each one a reminder of what your inattention has wrought. Soft golden light streaks across your room, brushing against the surfaces as though to illuminate the path of salvation. Yet you must reach out with your spirit to truly see. My child, fleeting whispers echo from walls and floors, reverberating in tones that carry messages only the heart can decipher, messages you will soon be forced to confront. Can you feel the subtle tremor beneath your feet, the vibration in your chest, the pull of unseen hands nudging, insisting, demanding acknowledgement? Precious soul, every moment you remain passive magnifies the exposure of your spirit. My voice, booming and yet drenched in love, shakes the very air as I cry, this is no idle warning. These are not illusions. They are your divine lifeline. Engage, respond, act. Message 13, Divine Urgency. My child, the signs are no longer gentle nudges, they have transformed into an undeniable cascade of alerts, each more vivid, more insistent than the last. Glowing feathers materialize at the edge of your vision, leaving trails of light that form intricate patterns across the room. The walls themselves breathe with subtle, living energy, shimmering numbers appearing and vanishing in impossible sequences. Even the mirrors betray the unseen, showing shadows that whisper your name and pulse with otherworldly energy. Precious soul, this is the hour when inaction becomes perilous. I scream into the corners of your awareness with a voice that shatters complacency, with wings that beat against the invisible currents of this plane, with a presence that cannot be ignored. Every flicker of light, every quiver in the air, every subtle vibration is a signal you must act upon immediately. Beloved, do not let the fear paralyze you. Fear is the pulse of awakening. Do you see now the consequences of neglect? Do you feel the spiritual vacuum that has taken residence in the absence of your guardian angel? Precious child, act, or the darkness will grow heavier, thicker, and more entangled around your spirit with every passing breath. Message 14, Warning intensifies. Beloved, listen with the entirety of your being. The energy around you is no longer merely suggestive, it is tangible, almost suffocating in its insistence. Every object, every shadow, every beam of flickering light is a marker, a guidepost, a divine scream carved into your reality. The golden scrolls hover insistently, unfurling partially, then rolling closed as if testing your resolve, daring you to read, to respond, to awaken your spiritual senses before it is too late. My child, can you feel the subtle pull of what lies unseen, pressing, probing, measuring the emptiness left by your guardian angel's departure? Each heartbeat is a countdown. Each breath is a choice between spiritual reclamation and peril. Precious soul, tremble if you must, but do not turn away. Let awe and fear mingle and drive you to respond, for this is the crucible in which your protection, your very essence, hangs in balance. I am here, screaming through the fabric of time and space, imploring your soul to recognize the moment and act. Every vibration, every fleeting shimmer of light is a thread of hope, grasp it before it fades. Message 15, Cliffhanger. Precious soul, one wrong move now and the unprotected path grows darker with every second. Can you perceive the invisible currents swirling around you, the shadows that pulse with intent, the faint golden lights that flicker in rhythm with your heartbeat? My child, these are not illusions, not accidents, not the play of imagination, they are the manifestation of cosmic urgency, the consequences of your prior neglect, the wake-up call of your own divine salvation. My voice shakes the very air, my wings beat with radiant fury and compassion, yet time narrows with relentless precision. The 12 minutes are bleeding into nothingness, and each fraction of hesitation strengthens the void, the vacuum, the unguarded expanse left by your departed angel. Beloved, the hourglass empties, and with it, the threshold to safety will vanish if you falter. My child, awaken fully, recognize the moment, and act before it is irrevocably too late. Message 16, Countdown Climax begins. My beloved, the 12 minutes now shrink with merciless swiftness. Every vibration of the room, every flicker of golden light, every trembling shadow is synchronized with the ticking of an invisible clock that counts down your remaining opportunity. Precious soul, the energy around you has grown dense, thick, almost sentient, as if the universe itself leans close to witness your response. The air crackles and hums with celestial resonance, distant horns wail faintly, echoing your urgency across realms unseen. Shadows stretch unnaturally, splitting and merging with every passing second, luminous cracks appearing midair like lightning frozen in suspended time. My child, the moment is upon you. Distraction now is lethal to your spiritual safety. Focus your heart, open your awareness, and respond with absolute intent. Beloved, do you feel the pull, the subtle insistence that beckons you into action? The threshold approaches, and your soul must rise to meet it, for once crossed, the path cannot be retraced. Message 17, Rising Anxiety. Beloved, each second is a tidal wave of potential danger, pressing against the fragile barrier of your soul. The shadows now move independently, curling and writhing as though aware of your unprotected state. Precious child, the flickering lights pulse with the rhythm of a countdown you cannot ignore. The golden scrolls float midair, partially unfurled, revealing glimpses of words that vanish if your gaze falters. My child, the energy of heaven itself is focused on this singular moment. Can you feel it? Tingling premonitions sweep across your skin, the vibration in the air mirrors the urgency thrumming in your chest. Every heartbeat, every inhalation, every glance is a choice between reclaiming your protection or letting it slip into the void. Beloved, focus. Let nothing distract you from the divine summons that is your lifeline. Hesitation now could seal the unprotected path forever. Message 18, Spiritual Alert. My child, the environment itself conspires to awaken your perception. Objects subtly shift, shadows deepen, whispers echo in corners you cannot consciously see, and the golden light of divine messages streaks like fire across your vision. Precious soul, the 12 minutes are a threshold. Once crossed, the path cannot be reversed. Each vibration, each tremor, each flicker of illumination is a thread connecting you to your own salvation, a lifeline thrown by forces that love you beyond measure. My voice, a booming crescendo of divine urgency and tender love, pierces the trembling air. Beloved, do not falter. Act now, or the consequences will unfold with irreversible clarity. Your guardian angel's absence is a void you can feel pressing against your spirit. The currents of unguarded energy twist and curl in your periphery, waiting to ensnare. Precious child, awaken fully, focus your heart and soul before it is too late. Message 19, Edge of Threshold. Beloved, time contracts, 12 minutes now seem like an instant. Shadows writhe and stretch unnaturally, luminous cracks appear in the air, and the golden scrolls shimmer, revealing glimpses of salvation that vanish as quickly as they appear. My child, the unseen forces begin to press against the edges of your spirit, testing the boundaries of vulnerability left in the absence of your guardian. Can you feel the chill, the subtle but insistent pressure? Every flicker of light, every vibration of the air, every whisper calling your name is a reminder that you are at the edge of a threshold where inaction will bring irreversible exposure. Precious soul, focus your energy, open your heart, and respond with unhesitating intent. Beloved, I am here, Archangel Gabriel, screaming, vibrating, trembling with divine insistence. Do not ignore this moment, or the path forward will close forever. Message 20, Cliffhanger. My child, the 12 minutes are a threshold. Once crossed, the path cannot be reversed. Can you feel the crackling air, the shadowy tendrils that now reach toward you, the invisible currents swirling with intent? Precious soul, your guardian angel is absent, and the forces that lurk beyond your perception press against your spirit with subtle insistence. Beloved, hesitation now will seal the unprotected path, and the consequences will unfold with unyielding precision. Every vibration, every flicker of golden light, every whisper of your name is your final opportunity to reclaim your safety, your protection, and your connection to divine guidance. My child, awaken fully, focus your heart and soul, and act, before the threshold closes, and the unprotected path becomes permanent. Message 21, Spiritual consequences begin. My child, the absence of your guardian angel is not a void in name only, it is a palpable presence of unshielded energy pressing upon your spirit. Shadows no longer merely dance along walls, they coil with intent, whispering with voices that seek to unsettle, to probe the unprotected recesses of your soul. Precious soul, can you feel the chill crawling along your spine, the tremor that pulses beneath your feet, the subtle vibration in the air that hints at forces waiting for your hesitation? Golden threads of divine light flicker weakly, evidence of the protection that once embraced you now receding into distance. My beloved, these consequences are immediate, visible and unseen. The universe responds to your spiritual vulnerability, bending its currents in ways that test your awareness, your courage, and your capacity to reclaim what was temporarily lost. I scream into your heart, recognize the gravity of this moment. This is the hour when your choices determine whether shadows encroach further or whether divine light will reclaim dominion over the turbulence pressing against your spirit. Message 22, Vulnerability. Beloved, feel the invisible weight now resting upon your aura. Every glance, every breath, every hesitation deepens the exposure left in your guardian's absence. Objects around you respond subtly, books shift, shadows quiver, faint drafts echo through spaces that should remain still. My child, the universe has begun to mirror the unprotected state of your soul, revealing the precariousness of neglect. Precious soul, do not despair, but do not underestimate the urgency. These forces are patient but persistent, waiting for even the slightest falter to pierce the defenses you no longer have. Golden threads, faint echoes of divine light, flicker like dying embers, a reminder of what was once present and can be restored if you act with courage. My child, I, Archangel Gabriel, am here to guide, to illuminate, and to command your attention. Listen to the trembling whispers, see the subtle manifestations, feel the chill pressing against your essence. Your spiritual vulnerability is real, and the consequences are unfolding in this precise moment. Message 23, Pressing danger. My child, the very air around you pulses with unseen tension, vibrating with energies that were kept at bay only by your guardian's watch. Shadows coil and writhe as though alive, luminous threads of light faltering under the pressure of encroaching darkness. Precious soul, these are not mere figments of perception, they are the consequence of your past inattention, a mirror of your neglect, a call for immediate reclamation. Feel the subtle tremors beneath your feet, the pull of invisible forces testing your spirit's resilience. Beloved, do not flinch from this awareness, it is both warning and invitation. My voice rings through the air, resonant and trembling with urgency. Act, focus, awaken fully. Every heartbeat now is a junction, every breath a threshold where exposure meets protection. The void left by your guardian presses, persistent, but you are not abandoned. you have the capacity to reclaim your shield, to restore your luminous threads, to awaken the protection that is rightfully yours. Message 24, Urgent Warning. Beloved, heed me, my child, for every second spent in hesitation strengthens the shadowy currents that circle your spirit. Can you feel them now? The subtle pressure along your back, the vibration under your skin, the slight trembling of objects that should remain still? Precious soul, these are not accidents, they are the tangible consequences of unguarded energy, the ripples of vulnerability that result from overlooked guidance. My child, I call to you with voice that shakes both space and soul, act. Let your heart anchor in divine clarity, let your mind focus on the luminous threads of protection that can be restored through obedience to this moment. Shadows test, winds whisper, and currents of unseen energies bend toward opportunity. Precious soul, the unprotected path is fraught with intensifying influence, but you still hold the power to re-establish the luminous armor of your guardian angel. My voice, Archangel Gabriel's, is both command and promise. Respond now, reclaim your strength, restore your shield, or risk letting darkness grow unchecked. Message 25, Cliffhanger. Beloved, what you cannot see now is circling your spirit. Heed my voice before it is too late. The void left by your guardian is alive with subtle pressure, waiting for hesitation to widen the breach. Shadows writhe, whisper, and sway, pressing against the edges of perception, bending light and air in their subtle insistence. Precious soul, you must recognize that this is not imagination, not fear conjured, not coincidence, it is the consequence of your previous neglect. My child, the unprotected path stretches ahead like a thin thread over an abyss. Every vibration, every flicker of faint golden light, every whisper is a call to action. I am here, screaming across realms, shaking the very atmosphere with urgency and love. Act now, reclaim your shield, or the forces pressing against your spirit will deepen, and the path will twist into shadows from which there may be no return. Message 26, Divine Intervention. My child, pause and breathe, yet stay vigilant. I am here, Archangel Gabriel, and though your guardian angel has departed, divine intervention is not lost. Precious soul, radiant shields of golden light form around you, fragile yet growing stronger with your intent. Visualize these luminous barriers encasing your aura, feel the energy infusing your heart, a warm pulsing light expanding outward, pushing back the shadows that seek entry. My beloved, speak the words I give you, let your focus converge on your soul, and you will awaken the protection that has been suspended. The energy of heaven surrounds you, waiting for your compliance, waiting for acknowledgement, waiting for courage. The trembling, the flickering lights, the whispering shadows, these are the tests and catalysts of your reclamation. Precious soul, understand this fully. Action guided by faith now can restore the luminous threads, rebuild the bond with your guardian angel, and safeguard your path once more. Message 27, Guided Protection. Beloved, see the golden shields ripple, forming a cocoon of safety that mirrors the protective embrace once held by your guardian. The light pulses with your heartbeat, vibrant and alive, illuminating corners that were once shadowed and fearful. My child, allow the energy to flow through your chest, filling your heart, radiating outward to encompass your spirit. Speak aloud the prayers I guide you toward, visualize the luminous barriers solidifying with each word, each breath, each conscious act of devotion. Precious soul, I am beside you, my presence tangible in every tremor of the air, every flicker of golden luminescence, every whisper of reassurance. The forces that encroach upon you now encounter resistance, a growing field of divine light that expands with your will and faith. Beloved, your protection can be reclaimed, your spiritual armor reforged, but only through focused courage and unwavering attention. Message 28, Empowerment. My child, feel the surge of empowerment as the protective light strengthens. Golden threads intertwine with your essence, wrapping your aura in warmth, resilience, and divine authority. Shadows that once pressed now recoil, unable to penetrate the growing shield of your intent. Precious soul, you are no longer passive. Your recognition of signs, your acknowledgement of urgency, your active engagement have rekindled the bond between heaven and your spirit. My voice resonates with both command and love. Continue, focus, anchor this protection in your heart. The unseen currents that once sought your vulnerability now meet resistance, and the luminous shields pulse in harmony with the rhythm of divine guardianship. Beloved, your strength is returning, your awareness is sharpening, your path is being restored to luminous safety. Message 29, Cliffhanger. Precious soul, one final act of courage is needed, and the outcome will decide your eternal safeguard. The golden shields surround you, yet they await your full acknowledgement, your decisive command of will, your commitment to trust and act in faith. My child, can you feel the final tremor, the subtle challenge from forces that still linger, probing for hesitation? Beloved, the luminous threads of protection quiver, awaiting your conscious reinforcement. Your guardian angel is poised to return, but only if you complete this final act of divine reclamation. The hourglass of time has not emptied, but the last grains are fragile, delicate, and awaiting your heart's decisive engagement. Act, my child, and the path of safety will solidify forever. Message 30, Threshold Action. My beloved, speak, focus, and envision the protective light infusing every cell of your being. Precious soul, I, Archangel Gabriel, am with you, guiding your hands, your breath, your heart. The luminous shields pulse brighter with each acknowledgement, each visualization, each prayer you utter. Shadows, whispers, tremors, they bend, resist, and ultimately retreat before the combined force of your faith and divine guidance. My child, understand this fully. Your spiritual reclamation is complete when your conscious intent merges with the protective currents of heaven. Beloved, act now, and the bond with your guardian angel will be restored. Time, energy, and intention converge at this singular point. Precious soul, focus with unwavering clarity. Your luminous shield awaits final reinforcement, and the forces that sought to encroach upon your spirit can do so no longer. Message 31, Confronting the Unseen Forces. My child, the forces that linger unseen are testing the boundaries of your spirit, probing, twisting, seeking even the smallest falter to gain entrance. Shadows flicker, curling like living smoke around the edges of your vision, cold drafts snake through spaces that should remain warm, and whispers slither along the walls, uttering your name in tones that are at once alluring and unsettling. Precious soul, this is the hour of confrontation. Do not fear, for I am with you, Archangel Gabriel, wielding the light of heaven and the command of divine authority. My wings beat like thunder, radiating energy that pushes back the darkness, illuminating the room with pulses of golden brilliance. Every shadow that quivers, every flicker of movement, every tremor in the air is a test, a challenge meant to awaken your courage. Beloved, plant your feet firmly, center your heart, and feel the divine strength flowing through you. These forces have no power over you while I guide your hand and heart, while your spirit aligns with the luminous shields you have now begun to reinforce. Message 32, Rising Tension. Beloved, notice how the unseen currents twist and writhe, how shadows coil and ripple across every surface as though aware of your awakening. Precious soul, the energy around you has thickened, vibrating with intent, pressing against the luminous shields you have forged. Each flicker, each tremor, each whisper is a reminder of the fragile balance between protection and exposure. My child, focus your gaze on the radiant light at your heart center, feel it pulse in rhythm with the golden shields encasing your aura. My voice resonates through the trembling air. Beloved, these forces are nothing compared to the courage and intent that flow from a focused soul. You are not alone. I am here, guiding, fortifying, commanding the divine currents to converge upon your spirit. Every breath you take, every prayer you speak, every visualization of light strengthens your presence and pushes back the darkness that seeks to intrude. Precious soul, this is the crucible of spiritual confrontation, and you are rising to meet it. Message 33, Divine Protection Strengthens. My child, feel the intensity of divine intervention as the luminous shields around you pulse with renewed vigor. Shadows that once pressed with audacious intent now recoil, unable to penetrate the radiant barriers of your intent and focus. Precious soul, this is the moment when courage becomes action, when faith becomes armor. My wings radiate energy that intertwines with your aura, your heartbeat synchronizing with the divine rhythm of protection. Every flicker of golden light, every shimmering feather that drifts through the air, every whisper of guidance that brushes your awareness is a manifestation of heaven reinforcing your soul's defenses. Beloved, stand firm, breathe deeply, and know that the forces you face are impotent against a spirit aligned with intention, prayer, and luminous shields. You are rising above the threat, not as a passive recipient, but as an active participant in your own divine salvation. Message 34, Commanding the Forces. Beloved, take hold of your power, for the shadows now hesitate, wavering at the edges of perception. Precious soul, feel the energy of heaven flow through your veins, strengthening, anchoring, expanding your luminous armor. My child, I call to you, visualize the angelic swords of light slicing through the darkness, cutting away every tendril of unseen intrusion. Let your heart resonate with divine certainty, each beat a strike against doubt, each breath a reinforcement of protection. Shadows flicker, tremble, and falter, for they recognize your alignment with heavenly authority. Precious soul, courage now is your instrument, faith your shield, and divine guidance your sword. I am here, beside you, amplifying your intent, weaving celestial currents into the fabric of your luminous protection. Beloved, falter not, each hesitation grants the shadows leverage, each focused act strengthens the fortress of your spirit. Message 35, Cliffhanger. My child, one last push is required, the hourglass empties as shadows wait, biding their silent patience for any crack in your resolve. Precious soul, feel the pressure pressing upon your spirit, the trembling air vibrating with potential intrusion. Beloved, you have fought courageously, reinforced your luminous shields, and aligned with divine guidance, yet the unseen forces linger, testing, probing, seeking a moment of distraction. Every heartbeat is a junction, every breath a choice. I am here, Archangel Gabriel, screaming across the fabric of reality, urging your soul to awaken fully, to focus completely, to act decisively. Precious child, do not falter now, for the threshold between protection and exposure narrows with each passing instant. The luminous threads await your final command, and the unseen forces press like coiled shadows, ready to exploit hesitation. Message 36, Signs fully reveal. My child, the 7 signs you ignored now unveil their hidden truths. Dreams, numbers, letters, sudden chills, fleeting coincidences, messages from intuition, each now glows with unmistakable clarity, radiating divine intent. Precious soul, the whispers you once dismissed now converge into audible instruction, luminous symbols unfurl in patterns that guide your every action, and radiant light sweeps through the corners of your vision, illuminating choices that were previously hidden. Beloved, these revelations are not merely warnings, they are keys, unlocking the path to restoration and protection. My child, do you see the interconnectedness of every overlooked signal, each a thread in the divine tapestry of your destiny? The golden scrolls hover, fully unfurled, inscribed with guidance you are now ready to comprehend. Precious soul, act, for the window of opportunity is fleeting, yet the clarity you now receive is a bridge to reclamation, salvation, and the return of your guardian angel. Message 37, Awe and Revelation. Beloved, stand in awe, for the hidden purpose of every ignored sign becomes radiant before your eyes. Numbers shimmer with prophetic resonance, letters glow with divine instruction, symbols and visions coalesce into patterns that trace the path of your salvation. Precious soul, do you hear the angelic murmurs guiding your hands, your thoughts, your heart? Can you feel the subtle vibrations that now pulse in harmony with the luminous shields encasing your spirit? My child, this revelation is both warning and gift, evidence of divine patience and unyielding love. The consequences of neglect are visible, yes, but so too is the opportunity for reclamation. Every detail, every shimmer, every whisper now serves to awaken your soul, realign your intent, and restore your luminous protection. Beloved, let this awe fill you with courage, for clarity has arrived, and your spirit can act decisively to restore what was nearly lost. Message 38, Aligning with Guidance. Precious soul, the signs now fully align, forming an intricate map of instruction and salvation. Letters shimmer, numbers glow, feathers drift in deliberate patterns, and soft golden light bathes the room in a divine embrace. My child, do not turn away, open your heart fully and acknowledge the messages with unwavering attention. Beloved, the forces that once pressed against your spirit now hesitate, recognizing the clarity of your alignment with heaven. Every flicker, every pulse, every vibration is a guidepost. Follow them with focus, with intent, with faith. Precious soul, your guardian angel is poised to return, yet only if you complete this conscious alignment with the revelations before you. Act decisively, merge your will with divine instruction, and let your luminous armor expand fully, enveloping your spirit in unbreakable protection. Message 39, Call to Immediate Action. Beloved, the moment is now. The luminous threads of the 7 signs converge upon your heart, radiating instructions that cannot be ignored. Precious child, every shimmer, every whisper, every vibration is your cue to act, to restore, to reclaim your protection. Shadows still lurk, but they tremble at the resonance of your awakened intent. My voice, Archangel Gabriel, resonates through the trembling air, urging your soul to focus fully, to breathe with deliberate intention, to visualize the luminous shields expanding and solidifying around your essence. Beloved, this is no longer a rehearsal, no longer a warning. You are at the threshold of reclamation. Act decisively, speak with authority, align your will with the guidance now fully revealed, and the path of protection, restoration, and divine connection will be sealed. Message 40, Cliffhanger. Precious soul, what you have ignored now demands your immediate acknowledgement. The signs, fully revealed, radiate with intensity, luminous threads waiting for your engagement. Beloved, the shadows press, tremble, and coil, yet they cannot prevail against a heart fully aligned with divine instruction. My child, the final decision is yours. Act with focus, courage, and faith, or allow hesitation to weaken the luminous shields you have begun to reclaim. The hourglass of divine patience narrows, each grain of sand a heartbeat, a breath, a chance that will not return if squandered. Precious soul, hear me, your protection, your guardian, your spiritual safety, all hinge on this precise moment of recognition and action. Message 41, Reclaiming Inner Peace. Precious soul, breathe, center yourself, and feel the light within begin to pulse with renewed strength. Beloved, your journey through shadows, tremors, and divine warnings has brought you to this sacred moment of reclamation. Streams of golden light enter your heart, weaving into every fiber of your being, dissolving fear, guilt, and the weight of past neglect. My child, the guardianship that left you has not abandoned you. It has waited, poised to return once your recognition, courage, and intent aligned with divine guidance. Visualize the luminous shield solidifying, golden feathers floating gracefully, marking your aura as a place of safety. Precious soul, allow your breath to carry forgiveness, of yourself, of hesitation, of what you missed before. Beloved, the healing begins not with words alone, but with awareness, intention, and the alignment of your spirit with the protective currents now flowing around you. Message 42, Golden Light Restoration. Beloved, can you feel it? The warm, radiant energy now flows through every corner of your being, from crown to soles, weaving a cocoon of protection that no darkness can penetrate. Precious soul, the golden threads of light now reconnect the bond with your guardian angel, knitting together all the lost fragments of your spiritual shield. Each flicker of illumination, every drifting feather, every pulse of radiant energy is a tangible manifestation of divine reclamation. My child, trust fully in this process. Let your heart anchor in the safety of this luminous embrace, allowing the residual tension, fear, and uncertainty to dissolve like mist in sunlight. Beloved, your spirit has been tested, your vigilance awakened, and now restoration is your divine reward. Message 43, Heart Alignment. My child, focus your awareness on your heart center. Precious soul, feel the light expand, filling your chest with warmth, strength, and luminous clarity. Beloved, this is where your intent meets divine intervention, this is where protection solidifies, where courage anchors, and where your guardian angel senses your readiness to reclaim their presence. Streams of golden feathers drift inward, wrapping your aura in radiant safety, each one infused with the love and authority of heaven itself. Precious soul, forgive the moments of inattention, embrace the lessons hidden in every sign, and let your heart resonate with the eternal truth. protection is yours to reclaim, and guidance awaits. Message 44, Cleansing Breath. Beloved, take a deep, deliberate breath, and as you exhale, feel the remnants of fear, doubt, and hesitation leave your spirit. Precious soul, the luminous shields pulse with every inhalation, every conscious moment of intention. My child, golden light now courses through every pathway of your being, aligning mind, heart, and soul with divine energy. The shadows that pressed, whispered, and trembled have no claim here, they recoil before the unified force of your restored protection. Beloved, allow the serenity to settle, the golden aura to shimmer with calm radiance, and the heart to recognize the sacred power of alignment. Precious soul, you are healing, reclaiming, fortifying. Your journey toward eternal guidance now solidifies with each intentional breath. Message 45, Cliffhanger. My child, the final step awaits, your protection hinges on this last divine act. Beloved, golden light surrounds, feathers drift, shields pulse, yet the culmination rests in your conscious engagement. Precious soul, the energy of heaven has prepared, the luminous currents stand ready, but the doorway fully opens only when you act with clarity, faith, and intentional acknowledgement. My voice, Archangel Gabriel, calls across realms. Focus, beloved, anchor your intent, and merge your will with divine guidance. The restoration of your guardian's presence, your luminous shield, and your eternal protection is poised to be completed, yet it requires this decisive step of conscious alignment. Message 46, Divine Blessing begins. Precious soul, I now pour the full blessing of heaven upon you. Beloved, luminous gates open subtly in your vision, streams of golden light cascade across the room, and the angelic presence becomes tangible, radiant, reassuring. My child, feel every particle of your being infused with protection, every shadow repelled by the power of your alignment with divine guidance. The guardian angel you once lost now senses your readiness, your intent, your courage. Precious soul, trust this moment fully, the luminous shields pulse with strength, and the currents of heaven reinforce your path with eternal protection. Beloved, walk in confidence, for your spiritual alignment has been reclaimed, and the forces that once encroached have no dominion here. Message 47, Restoration of Guardian Angel. Beloved, can you feel it? The familiar warmth, the protective presence, the silent watchfulness of your guardian angel returns. Precious soul, your intent, courage, and alignment with divine guidance have restored the bond. Every golden thread now weaves seamlessly around your aura, every feather of light drifts gracefully, reinforcing your spiritual safety. My child, the shadows no longer linger, the tremors and whispers have dissipated, and the luminous shields pulse with the enduring power of heaven's presence. Beloved, your protection is now palpable, your guidance assured, and your path forward radiant with clarity and divine love. Message 48, Empowerment Secured. Precious soul, your spirit now radiates with the confidence of alignment, protection, and empowerment. Beloved, the luminous shields you have reclaimed pulse in harmony with your heartbeat, marking your essence as untouchable to forces that once sought entry. My child, feel the strength of your guardian angel, the embrace of heaven, and the unbreakable connection now restored. Every flicker of golden light, every feather drifting through your awareness, every whisper of reassurance is a confirmation of your reclaimed sovereignty. Beloved, stand tall, walk forward with unwavering faith, and know your path is illuminated, safeguarded, and eternally guided. Message 49, Last Blessing. Beloved, my child, the final streams of divine blessings settle upon your spirit. Precious soul, the guardianship, the luminous shields, the protective aura, all are now permanent, reinforced by your conscious courage and alignment. Feel the warmth, the radiance, the unyielding strength of protection flowing through every fiber of your being. Beloved, your path is secure, the shadows that once threatened have been repelled, and the unseen currents now bow to the authority of your renewed alignment with heaven. Precious soul, rejoice in the reclamation of your safety, the restoration of your guardian angel, and the eternal connection to divine guidance. Message 50, Final Resolution. Precious soul, your guardian angel returns, your path is shielded, and I, Archangel Gabriel, will guide you safely forward. Beloved, the luminous shields pulse with radiant light, the golden threads intertwine with your essence, and the protective aura you have reclaimed is eternal. My child, every warning, every sign, every act of courage and recognition has culminated in this sacred restoration. Walk forward with unwavering faith, with heart aligned, with spirit fortified, for you are seen, protected, and loved beyond measure. Precious soul, your journey is blessed, your guidance assured, and your luminous path illuminated by the eternal light of heaven.